They're on a mad dash. Their head coach, Ken Mashinsky, to the playoffs. They really need the win tonight. Probably could get in even without the win, but they want to put that W in their back pocket and then await the seedings on Sunday.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ken Mashinsky is one of the best, if not the best, coach besides Ken Batdorf in this league, and he has Ken's number. These two coaches will go at it, and it will be a chess match no matter what.
Yeah, Ramona has a couple of close losses in River Valley League play. They don't have any tiebreakers, so this is a big one for them here tonight. We'll have football coming at you momentarily. The Rams and the Braves coming up next. The CIF on Riverside TV. You are looking live at Zach Erb Stadium in Riverside. Those are the Norte Vista Braves assembling to their sideline. Ghazal Hassan back with you along with Jeff Gorham. Week 10, buddy. It's already week 10. Can you believe it?
I'll tell you what. It seems like it went like that. And it's been really 11 weeks if you count that 0 weekend. Man, it has been full of surprises and great football so far.
All right, as far as the playoff breakdown goes, Norte Vista will be the champion in the River Valley League. It's fait accompli. A win obviously puts the bow on it a little bit, but they have all the tiebreakers. Do the Norte Vista Braves. There's Ken Batdorf in his 30th season, vying for win number 216, but yet he has not gotten the elusive CIF title yet, Jeff Gorham, and I know that pains him deeply and greatly.
Yes, it does. And I'll tell you what, the biggest thing I think that bothers him is, he's coached so many great players and so many great kids, and I know he's about the players, and that's what he wants the most, is something for his players, and something I think also for him as he goes into the twilight of his coaching career here, 30-plus years here at Norte Vista High School.
The other Ken.
The tale of two Kens, Ken Mashinsky. I personally think the other best coach in the city of Riverside is right there. That man, he is nothing but greatness and poise and grace, as I'd like to say.
Eli Martinez to kick it away. Cody Shiner back deep along with Jake Valenzuela for Ramona. So Ramona gets the ball first here in this Week 10 River Valley League matchup. The Rams, 5-4, 2-2. We mentioned no tiebreakers for them. They'll need to effort a win here tonight. Shiner from about the 9 fumbles the football, fumbles it forward to the 14, picks it up, and then he'll spin up over the 20 and be stopped right around the 23-yard line. Shiner for about a 14-yard return and 1st and 10 Ramona.
And we're going to see this Ramona offense. Remember, 27 players graduated last year, 18 on the offense or on the team. But look at the offensive line, right, or offensive starters right there.
Jeremy Acosta, Sincere Tolbert, the running back, has done a great job. We talked about Jake Valenzuela being a threat. The key's going to be the big boys: Diaz, Nunez, Stevens, Mora, Salmon up front. The big offensive line. They will battle against the defense for Novi. 1st and 10. They mark it officially to the 25-yard line. Acosta, the give on the end around. Taking the carry for Ramona is Antonio Lerma, and a nice gain up over the 30 to about the 32-yard line. 7 yards on 1st down.
If Ramona can generate some offense and score quickly, it's could cause some problems for Norte Vista because they are a ground-based team for the most part. I know they've thrown in some wrinkles throwing the football this season, but Ramona can score in bunches.
Lerma in motion. They'll give it to Tolbert. A little bit of a delay up the middle, and down he goes. He'll have the 1st down over the 40-yard line, making the tackle Fave Sola for Norte Vista. So mark it up to the 44-yard line. So Tolbert with about a dozen yards on that run.
Boy, how much we've seen Tolbert grow this entire season from game 1, which we had the Rams, to game 10. I mean, he is really, really kind of come into his own following the footsteps of the great Bo Bruins who was one of the leading rushers in the state last year.
Well, the key will be those big boys up front as Acosta to throw. He'll fling it to the outside. One-on-one, Valenzuela incomplete. In on the coverage, Tajon Henderson. That'll be a good matchup on the outside. Incomplete, 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Henderson really, really prides himself on the defensive side of the football. He is a true athlete for Norte Vista, and Valenzuela is that playmaker for Ramona. This could, like you said, this could be the matchup we've waited to watch all season long.
This is a defensive matchup for the Novi side. There's another matchup we'll talk about when Norte Vista gets the ball, 2nd and 10 from the 45. The movement up front. Timoteo, I think, was he drawn is the question.
They're going to call it on Novi, so a little excitement.
5-yard mark off. It'll make it 2nd and 5. Officials tonight: Steve Pollard, our referee; Michael Garcia, the umpire; Tim Burrows, the headlinesman; Chad Surface, the line judge; and Leonta Scott, the back judge. 2nd and 5 from midfield for Ramona. They go 2-by-2. That's their base offense. Acosta on the option. He'll fling it outside to Lerma. Lerma squeezing through a nice block. He'll get about 4 yards. I think that was that backwards? Was that a lateral, Jeff?
It appeared it might have been.
So 4 yards, 3rd and short coming up. Methodical movement here by Ramona, trying to chew up a little bit of clock as well as move the football. Officially a 3rd and 2. They'll need to get over the 45-yard line of Norte Vista for the first down. And we talked about the offensive line for Ramona. The D-line now stepping up for Norte Vista here. Tolbert will veer to the right side. He'll have the first down. Kind of sort of broke a tackle, but held him up long enough to come in and get some help. Cleaning it up was Davion Iosefa. I think it was Garcia had the first lunge at him, and he's over the 45 to the 44 is Sincere Tolbert for a Ramona first down. Ken Mashinsky says, hey, our fortunes tonight hang with those big guys up front. Aaron Diaz, Joel Nunez, Ian Stevens, Richard Mora, and Nadal Solomon across that front line. If we can win the game in the trenches, we stand a chance. Acosta dancing, breaks a tackle. Racing outside, he'll fling it down the field, incomplete, but averts disaster. He was being chased down there. Sola was in on him a little bit, and I think the first shot came from Ryan Rodriguez straight down the middle with straight bull rush.
And the one thing about Acosta is, you know, he is tough. I think he is honestly the best throwing quarterback we have in the city of Riverside. And you get him outside the pocket and you don't get a hand on him, he could cause some big problems because of those the routes. A lot of guys, you know, they have a lot of receivers. Norte Vista is going to have to really play some pretty darn good defense in the secondary here.
You know, William Hurt played the accidental tourist. Jeremy Acosta is kind of the reluctant quarterback. We'll get into that later. He flings to the outside, complete to Shiner. Nice little move by Shiner, weaving up over the 40, down at about the 37-yard line. Give him about 7 yards on the catch and run.
If you're Ramona, you just got to just play this kind of football.
Shiner playing for the injured Royce Mendoza. Mendoza will play defense, but a hand injury kind of prevents him from being effective as a receiver. Another 3rd and short here for Ramona. Acosta under pressure. He'll fling to the outside, complete to Lerma. It'll be short of the first down. Showing up and making the hit, Isaac Costello. First man there was Brendan Bastidas. 4th down coming up. They have a decision to make.
Oh, they're going to go for it. I'm telling you right now, they're not bringing out the kicking team. This is...
So Lerma is kind of being the safety valve here. Here comes the pressure. Nice job, little jump throw. And the tackle, as we said, and they're going to go for it. You're correct, Jeff. 4th and 1 from the Novi 35.
They're going to hand it to Tolbert.
Give to Tolbert, and looks like he looks to have it with the initial surge over the middle.
No, they're not going to give it to him.
Oh, you're right. He needed to get to the 34. He didn't get there. Although the spot looking a little bit, it looked like they're going to spot at the 35. And now as they unpack bodies, let's see if they get the spot. They will not get it. So Tolbert is stoned by the middle of that defensive line. I thought he had it with the surge, but maybe the knee went down early, Jeff.
Yeah, I thought so as well, but that spot was stopped.
Good job by the big boys up front for Norte Vista, and now their offense will take the field. A little bit of a different wrinkle. Wonder if we get another look at that last play. Here's the offense for Novi. Tajon Henderson has been the big game hunter. Dreddy Elaine as well. Don't underestimate Eli Martinez. He has been a weapon. And then the junior quarterback Seth Bolander has had a very good year for the Braves. 1st and 10, line is the 35. Here's the toss to Elaine, running right up the middle. And Elaine got some open space. He could go to the house. Dreddy Elaine picking him up, putting him down. 65-yard touchdown. The quick strike for Norte Vista. Defense gets a stop, and then Dreddy Elaine takes care of the rest.
Boy, he is fun to watch when he gets in the open space. He is tough to grab, and once he gets by you, it is over. Eddie, Freddie, and now Dreddy.
Ken Batdorf, when we talked this week, said he may be the best of the three brothers. Now, listen, nothing against Eddie Elaine. I saw Freddie Holly play for 3 years. He's a pretty good running back. If Dreddy's better than Freddie, man.
Freddie became a grown man his senior year. I mean, he really worked hard in the weight room and made himself a great player.
Eli Martinez swings the leg for the PAT, and it's up and through 7-0 Novi, just like that. Dreddy takes it. Oh, nice. The clear-out block there came from Isaac Costello, opening up that space, and then Elaine goes through the hole and veers to the left side. He's all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. 65-yard touchdown run, 7-0 Novi.
Are you allowed to spike the ball in high school? I didn't think you could.
He just did.
That's pretty sweet.
So Ramona, they did a nice job there. They took about 4 minutes off the clock, and bada bing, bada boom, as Pat Cooper would say, the late Pat Cooper. There goes Dreddy Elaine all the way, 65 yards. And once he broke to the second level, not many guys going to be able to catch him.
No, not even me in my prime. How about you? Could you have got him when you were young?
I mean, 60 yards, no. I'd need about 200 yards to catch up.
And you got to hope he's out of shape.
Yeah. Little pooch kick. That's a live ball, but Ramona plays it. Making the play for Ramona, Brandon Ruiz covering it up. And Ramona will start at about the 35-yard line. So 7-0 Novi here, a quick score by the Braves after the 4th down play. I wish we could have gotten a replay there, because when you and I saw it, it looked like Tolbert had surged forward for enough yardage. But again, remember, in high school, they measure where the knee goes down. So if the knee went down behind him, that's probably what happened. And Tolbert will take it right up the middle and stop at the line of scrimmage. Making the tackle that time is Damian Iosefa. No gain on the play for Tolbert, 2nd and 10. Ramona again 5-4 on the year, 2-2 in River Valley League play. 2 losses by a total of 6 points. Acosta rolling, Acosta leaning, slips one tackle and then dives forward to about the 45-yard line.
He's electric when he runs. He is heady, smart, really quick laterally. Yeah. Watch here on the replay. He is so good getting away from guys.
Tolbert with a little chip against Sola opens up a little bit of a hole.
Look at that.
And then he slips the one tackle. Thomas Wilson finally able to bring him down after he gets the first down. They'll mark him all the way to the 44-yard line. So Acosta kind of taking the matters into his own hands, kind of like the old days when a pitcher would get a base hit to keep a rally going. Quarterback running with it First and 10 from the 46. The play action to Tolbert. Here's the throw. Looking for it all down the field for Valenzuela. One-on-one with Henderson. Incomplete. Second down coming up.
Look at the white unis. I like them. I thought they looked like nurse uniforms early in the year, but now you have the rain cross on the back, and then you have the Ram visage. Is that what you'd say on the pant leg right there? As your word. We have no visage at
midfield here.
Midfield here.
No. I like that there's a grass field though. I like there's not turf. From the 46-yard line, 2nd and 10 coming up for Ramona. Thanks for joining us here. Football night in Riverside at Zacharup Stadium. Ghazal Hassan with you along with Jeff Gorham. Acosta looking to throw to the left side. Incomplete. Intended right there inside the 35-yard line. Oh, wow, that's Royce Mendoza. So that's Shiner. Incomplete to Shiner. You were talking to Cody Shiner's dad earlier?
Yeah, but you know what? I really like the Shiner family. I was really excited. I got to see the women of Ramona High School.
That was Royce Mendoza.
It was Mendoza,
I was told Royce, Ken Mashinsky said, yeah, probably because of his hand, not going to play. But, week 10, senior year,
gotta give it a shot.
Going for the playoffs. I'm sure he went to Coach and said, Coach, let me go. 3rd down. Acosta backpedaling. Acosta underneath looking for Tolbert. Incomplete. 4th down coming up for Ramona. So Acosta got the first down on his own with his feet, and the Norte Vista defense has been coming hard for Jeremy Acosta.
They have, and man, Acosta had to run backwards so far. Even if he would have made a completion, he still would have been behind the line of scrimmage there.
I think maybe a little rattled after missing the on the 4th down conversion. I think that rattled him a little bit. Here comes the punt team. So this is Brandon Ruiz. He will punt it. Taking kind of Manny Villa's role from last year. He'll put his foot into it. Back deep is Henderson. Won't be a long kick. It'll bounce dead at the 23-yard line. So a 31-yard kick, no return. 1st and 10, Novi coming up from the 23-yard line. We got 6:01 to play in the first quarter. Make sure you tune in tonight at 11, the Friday Night Pep Rally. A lot to talk about, Jeff, because it's week 10.
Yeah, I have missed the last 2 weeks. I was a little under the weather, so I'm back in studio tonight. You'll be there. It'll be a cavalcade of stars.
Well, like the end of the Wizard of Oz. We'll all be there, right? We'll be dressed strangely, but there'll be the Scarecrow, the Tin Woodman will be there, the Cowardly Lion. If we dressed up as the Wizard of Oz, you would have to be the Cowardly Lion.
I think I'm more of a Dorothy Gale.
Oh, Dorothy, there you go.
Ruby red slippers.
Inside handoff. This is Henderson working his way through the field. Gets over the 30 to about the 33. Tackle made there by Angel Barrios, the senior.
Now, we always talk about Ken Batdorf never, ever throwing the football, but this year he's had the luxury of having Bolander, who's really, really kind of come into his own. Came in, wasn't the starter going into the first game, but played his way into the leadership role. And I'll tell you what, the guy is a consummate workhorse, always wants to learn. And Ken Batdorf is really excited that he kind of has a little wrinkle now to his game, and it's great to have Tajon Henderson out there as a wideout. Great target.
2nd and short coming up. Line is the 32 for Norte Vista. Back to throw is Bolander. In space for the first down about the 39-yard line. Finds Tajon Henderson. And Bolander has the completion.
And Kenny B will get his guy. He'll try to get Henderson in open space.
Yeah, that's all it is. Yeah, that's all it is. And we were talking before the game, and I think Ken Mashinsky's going to play a lot of zone tonight. And I asked him, Ken Batdorf, you think they'd be better to come at you at man? He's like, oh, no. He's like, if somebody plays man on us, we want them to play man because then we can spread it out a little bit. But Bolander has thrown for over 1,000 yards. Can you name the last Norte Vista quarterback to throw for over 1,000 yards?
Tom St. Jacques, 1972.
You're a little bit off. 2013, Michael Headland.
Oh, that's right. One of the Headland twins.
1st and 10 from the 39. There's Henderson in motion. Bolander, quick drop, throwing over the middle. Incomplete. Eli Martinez, the man intended on the coverage, Michael Perez, and looking to exploit the middle of the field. The middle of the field in games that we've seen has been pretty good.
Yeah, but, Ken Batdorf, he throwing the football this year, and the scout on him is he throws a lot of fades over the top, and then they'll throw in the flat. He has not utilized the middle of the field, and that's just out of the reach.
That was Fave Sola.
That was Fave, yeah. But the one thing Ken Batdorf would love to have is a couple tight ends. We were talking about that this week a little bit, and you look at his tight ends, they're not even legal to catch the ball because of their numbers, but he's hoping that there'll be one in the freshman team.
Toss back to Elaine, and down he goes. Making the tackle again is Angel Barrios. We'll get maybe to the 40-yard line. Will Dreddy Elaine after that 65-yard run the first time. So it's interesting. You mentioned, on the tight end spot, they bumped Gio Velasquez, who'd been playing tackle. They bumped him outside as we get a look at the pep zone. We'll jump over to Poly and Vista del Lago. This is a tight one. This is also for a playoff spot on the line. Nick Rice and J.R. Ibarra on the call here over at King High. And we'll flip back to our game here.
I believe we have a third game as well. We have Orange Vista.
Your buddy Tim Hatch.
Tim Hatch is calling the game. Orange Vista versus Rancho Verde for the league title there.
3rd and 9. Inside handoff. Dancing and being dropped. Peter Mesa on the tackle. Tajon Henderson will get up to about the 43-yard line. 4th down. So good job by the Ramona defense stepping up. They were a little bit toasted by Dreddy Elaine, and now they've really kind of settled in here. The second drive, typical, that whatever you call it, it's like it's not a swinging gate, but it looks like kind of a carousel almost. When the ball snapped to Bolander, and there's all these moving parts, like you're on a merry-go-round, except instead of horses, it's football players in Arthur Stripe gray jerseys. Here's the punt team. Eli Martinez to kick it away. He's a senior, and Ken Batdorf had a lot of nice things to say about him as a player and as a person. The fake. He fakes the punt, trying to get to the edge. It's going to be close. I think he was just short. They will mark him to about the 47. Making the tackle on the play, Iniola Olawuyi. And it'll be a first down, Ramona.
I think they should free kick it. Did you see what happened last night at Chaparral? Did you hear about this?
I did not.
Holy cow, that they utilized a rule last night and won a league championship that hasn't been done in years.
Another look at the play there.
That was a cool little fake there. Everybody.
Martinez selling it well and just couldn't quite get outside. Nice tackle there made by Iniola Olawuyi. Some cornerback.
I can't wait to tell you the story. So here's the story. Last night, Chaparral's playing for a league championship. They're up, I think it was like they're down 54 to 56. They punt the ball. They fair catch it. Mm-hmm. Then they chose to do a free kick.
Okay, you can do that.
And they won the game.
Field goal.
Free
Love
kick.
It as the kickers.
Yes.
How long was the field goal?
It was like 40-something yards and nailed it because you can kick it off a tee.
Ah.
And it's a free kick, so there's nobody around you. It was the most amazing ending ever. We're going to have Coach Raymer, I believe, on the pep zone tonight, or the pep rally.
5-yard mark off against Ramona, so 1st and 15. The ball moves back into Ramona territory. Relentless pressure. Here's the screen to Tolbert. Tolbert tried to get outside. He's into Norte Vista territory, and maybe getting back to the initial line of scrimmage. He'll get back the penalty yardage. So a 6-yard hookup from Acosta to Sincere Tolbert. Iosefa going up high on the pressure. And that was Eli Martinez finally shoving Sincere Tolbert out of bounds. And what a good year Sincere Tolbert has had. And, Coach Mashinsky said to me, hey, we did not accept the breakout, but, high football IQ. He was the scout team running back last year. So he learned a lot doing the scout team, and he'll take it again, and he loses his footing. He dives forward inside the 45. They'll mark him to the 44, a 3-yard pickup, and brings up 3rd and 6.
Yeah, the grass monster got him.
It's going to be a shame. So they're going to make this field turf next year. I like having a grass field in Riverside. I don't know about you, Jeff.
I love it. I just wish they would put in the resources to keep it nice all year long. I know everybody in the world uses the stadium, but
3rd and 6, Acosta rolling. Here comes pressure. He's going to peg it down the field. Jump ball. Intercepted. Intercepted at about the 10-yard line. I want to say that's Henderson. No, indeed, it is actually Julian Reyes. 6, not 5. Reyes, the senior, his 5th pick on the year. So Julian Reyes with a pick at a minute left in the first quarter. Good look there by Acosta looking down the field. I think he was looking at Valenzuela. But a nice play on the ball.
Oh, he just caught that. That was a tough catch.
Made a nice play. 5th, that's why he has 5 interceptions on the year. So Reyes with a pick. About 59 seconds left in the first quarter, and here comes Novi. 7-0 Norte Vista, forcing the turnover. The defense has stepped up big for Ken Batdorf tonight. Here's the give. Elaine in the backfield won't go too far. The first man in on him, again, making a name for himself tonight, was Angel Barrios. Then his buddies all showed up. 2nd down.
Yeah, Ramona's kind of, after that first series, they've kind of figured out this run game so far. Let's see if Ken Batdorf and the Braves can spread them out a little bit here and get back to running that football.
Gabe Guzman, the 3rd-year defensive coordinator, played for Coach Mashinsky in his first year, was part of that team that upset Novi back in 2017. 2nd down. Bolander throws to the outside to Henderson. Henderson trying to cut back. They're trying to cage him in, and they will. He'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage. Angel Torres was there, was one of the white shirts there, and 3rd down coming up.
Let's see if Henderson had how many yards he actually went. No, didn't really go anywhere. Just kind of ran backwards. Thought he could go on the outside, but Ramona really, really doing a good job of funneling him inside.
Let's go to that's the end of the first quarter. Do we have anything going on in the Pep Zone?
Let's check it out.
So we have the 2 other games we have are you can see there
Rancho Verde and Orange Vista tied at 14
from Teen Vision in Moreno Valley. Rancho Verde, Orange Vista, and then Vista del Lago and Poly. They're in the second quarter, not the first. And Poly's up 10-3. How about that? You're on Gilbert's club.
I love it. We're going to have a lot of Riverside teams in the playoffs. What did we have last year? 6?
I mean, that's big for Poly. I mean, with all the close games they've had, Jeff, if they can get the win, and Vista del Lago, they're no joke. That's a very solid team,
yes.
Vista del Lago. If Poly can win that game, they get one of the AQs out of the Sun Belt.
Wow.
Now, listen, a lot of football to be played, though. But what a bounce back that would be for Poly. It's kind of been a little bit up and down this year.
Yeah. And who does it better than we do? Nobody in the city of Riverside.
Well, let's see. As Bill Parcells said, let's not put ourselves in Canton yet. We still got a lot of football to call here. But hoping this will be an epic Friday, especially following up on the pep rally later. 3rd and 8 coming up, and a big opportunity here for the Ramona defense. Can they get off the field and force the punt from Norte Vista?
I want to see a free kick like last night. I didn't know you could do that.
So 3rd and 8. And Bolander behind center. Good move there, movement by Ramona. That's going to be on Ramona. 5 yards, so it'll make it 3rd and manageable. They'll move up to the 18-yard line. And Bolander looks like he caught one of the Rams who jumped early. Another look at it.
See, if you're going to do that, just lay on the guys. Make everybody fall down.
Okay, 3rd and 3.
You're going to go off sides, at least earn it. It's only 5 yards.
Handoff right up the middle. This is Costello, the fullback, will have the first down up to the 23-yard line. 6-yard pickup on the play. Isaac Costello playing a nice role. And he's had a pretty good year. I mean, as a fullback, he's averaging nearly 6 yards a carry. So first down to the 24-yard line will move the sticks. And how big is that penalty? I mean, you're holding him back. You almost had him stopped, and then you hand Norte Vista 5 yards.
That's a tough thing to do. You cannot give Ken Batdorf any movement.
Well, and that's what Ken Mashinsky and I talked about. He's like, we really got to eliminate mistakes. He thinks probably there are 2 or 3 games they left on the table because of mistakes.
Hey, that's just because you have 18 new starters playing varsity football.
First and 10 from the 24. Bollender to throw. Bollender's got time. Looking up top, he's got Martinez overthrown, incomplete. On the coverage for Ramona, Iniola Olawuyi also helping out. Michael Perez was over top out of his safety position, and 2nd and 10 coming up.
And we've seen, the Mashinsky teams of the past year at Ramona, very fundamentally sound, probably the best tackling teams we've seen.
We always talk about that. They really are fundamental on the defensive side.
I just haven't seen, there is consistency and balance with this Ramona football program. their freshman team went 5-0 this year. They played in the city championship yesterday. Norte Vista, Ramona both going 4-0 going into the final game. And Ramona has a great running back as a freshman. Don't know his name, but he's number 1.
Timeout, Norte Vista. Ken Batdorf wants to talk it over here. 2nd and 10 from the 24. Ghazal Hassan with you, along with Jeff Gorham. A friend of ours on the sideline, and maybe we'll break some news, and I don't want to get anybody in trouble. So, John Rice down on the Novi sideline.
Yes.
You're telling me perhaps next year he joins Ken Batdorf's staff.
I think he should. He and I talk at length and during the week, and hey, he's a free agent, and Ken Batdorf really, really admires John Rice and his football mind. I could see something happening next year where he comes over and how great would that be to have such a great defensive mind with the offensive guru of the double wing. There he is right there, John Rice.
Shakespearean scholar John Rice. His favorite villain in literature is Iago from Othello.
That's right. One of my favorite human beings in the world. He's like a counselor to me. I can talk to him about anything.
2nd and 10 from the 24. Here's the give to Elaine running left, and they'll box in Elaine. He'll get over the 25, out the 26. Gabriel Serrato there, waited for some help. So 2 more yards there for Dreddy. 4 carries for him, and he has 69 yards in the touchdown. And, looks just like, kind of running style, very similar to both of his brothers. I was talking to Ken Batdorf about the Elaines, and he said, he gives a lot of the credit to their dad, Fred Holly Sr., who did a great job in terms of how they train, how they approach the game, their attitude towards the game.
He's out here all the time. He does like dot drills, and he's running around cones out in the parking lot with his kids and other players. Very, very hands-on, working with his young sons.
3rd and 7. Bollender slips the rush, steps up, throws to Martinez. Did he catch it? He caught it. To the 32-yard line. I think he's going to be a little bit short of the first down, depending on where they mark it. No, he got it. So Bollender rolling. Pressure coming from Mena. Stepping up. Nice job throwing over Troy Long. And what a catch there by Martinez. So 1st and 10 on the conversion.
I sure do like Bollender. I want to work that kid out in the offseason. I'm going to see if I can convince Ken Batdorf to let me work on his footwork. I think he could be special next year.
Actually, no. They said he was short. It's 4th and 1 on the board. So 4th down for Norte Vista. I thought they'd move the sticks. They had not. Here's Costello. Second effort. We'll get it over. That's not Costello, excuse me. That's Iosefa, the fullback. And he'll get the first down on the second effort. That's Damian Iosefa. So 1st down, the sticks move up for Novi, who lead this one 7-0. The story tonight so far, Jeff, has been the Norte Vista defense.
Yeah, exactly. It's
who'd have thunk it?
Who'd have thunk it?
4th down stop and then an interception by Juan Reyes. So a touchdown for the Ravens.
The Ravens.
We talked about Shakespeare, and now we can bring Edgar Allan Poe in. Quoth the Raven, touchdown. It's 10-10. First and 10 from the 36 for Norte Vista. Velasquez in motion. He resets. Here's the toss to Elaine running left. Trying to turn the corner, and he'll be tackled at about the 40-yard line. Making the tackle, Michael Perez. But a nice job on the outside slowing him down was Barrios.
Yeah, if you let Dreddy get on the outside, it is over. But watch,
that's a great pitch by Bolander, by the way. Watch here. Barrios slows him down enough, and then here comes Perez to fill. He did get over the 40. Just over the 40-yard line. So about 4 yards there for Elaine, which is a lot better than 65. Second down.
Are you a fan of the New Jerseys of Norte Vista?
I'm a fan of New Jersey. I was born there. But they're fine. They're hard to see. The black-on-black numbers are hard to see. But, we make it through. They do have the numbers on the helmets, which help. Here's the toss. And up to the 45-yard line. Close to another first down. That's Tajon Henderson.
I think they're going to give it to him. Let's see. Oh, it's going to be really close here. We might see the chain gang.
Not the same for me with the chain. You know why. Chain gang is hard for me to talk about. Instead, they'll just give it a first down.
Because there's no Yancey Dodson.
You're going to make me cry. Stop. But it's true.
It is true. Most chain gangs are criminals, not our guy.
No. Well,
Well, we do have Kelvin Butler still over there doing some chain gang stuff. But no, Yancey Dodson.
It's like the police without Sting. First and 10 from the 46. Although I'm a big Stuart Copeland guy, to be honest.
The police without Sting are just security guards.
Elaine breaks one tackle but can't break the second. Stepping up and making the tackle, Peter Mesa. So ball will advance up to the 48-yard line. 2 more yards there for Dreddy Elaine. And now all of a sudden, fundamentally, sometimes when you get in trouble, Jeff, you go back to the basics. And I think that's what happened to the defense for Ramona. They got burned on the big run, and now they've really gone back to the fundamentals. And again, great penetration there by Barrios. He was in the backfield and kind of forced Elaine to kind of run to the outside lane where Mesa was there waiting for him.
And Elaine not...
Arlington leading Hillcrest 14-3. How about that, Kevin Argamosa?
Argamosa and his bag of tricks. Now, I was going to say, Elaine there was a little frustrated at the end of that play, and that's one thing, if you are Ken Mashinsky, you're happy to see.
Little movement. Offensive line for Novi, that double wing. Toss. Henderson spins 360, slips up into the second level. He'll get all the way to the 41-yard line. He'll have the first down.
Looked like he might have lost the ball there for a second at the end of the play.
So Barrios gets spun around and then slips back inside, slips Mesa's tackle, and finally Royce Mendoza brings him down. Now, I thought that would be an interesting matchup on the outside if they were going to throw, because Mendoza would draw the coverage on Henderson. And a player down for Ramona as we'll take a break here with 5:41 to play. So 10-10 Poly and Vista Del Lago, 14-3 Arlington over Hillcrest, and then 14-14 Rancho Verde in Orange Vista. That's a good one.
Some wild, wacky stuff. Can we look at the TriCast? I would love to see.
Ken Mashinsky out helping his injured player.
Look at Ken Mashinsky. I was going to say, I saw the women today. I saw Alicia Berber, the head basketball coach at RCC. I saw Laura Shiner, and I saw Jennifer Mashinsky. And I had to go over and say hello to all three of them. My 3 favorite ladies in the River Valley League. I really like Jennifer Mashinsky because she's a cutie, and I love to mess with Ken.
And she used to work at Riverside TV?
She worked at Riverside TV. She's wonderful. She is... the family, the Mashinsky family is just the best.
Gabriel Serrato, the senior defensive line, standing up and getting helped off the field here. So now a couple of his teammates will come over. It is week 10, and
I don't think Kent can carry that guy.
so here's Poly Vista Del Lago, and there's the throw to the outside. And Poly looking a little bit different here at home, trying to secure an automatic qualifier. Out of the Sun Belt League with Vista Del Lago, they're 1-1. They would need to win to go to 2-1. And back to action here. Thanks for joining us. Big action of football here, week 10. This is River Valley League action. And Norte Vista, more or less, it's fait accompli. They will be the league champions, but they want to go in 5-0 in league. Bollender to throw. He'll fling to the outside. It's tipped and incomplete. Intended for Eli Martinez. The coverage on the play, Iniola Olawuyi for Ramona. So Bollender now unofficially have him 3 of 6 through the air. Step and throw. Decent ball, was catchable. Martinez is kind of coming out of his break a little late. But in any event, 2nd and 10 coming up for Norte Vista. At the 40 of Ramona. Second and 10, Iosefa in motion. Here's the toss to Elaine right up the middle. He's got some space. He's to the second level. Dancing to the outside of the 15 to the 10. Touchdown, Norte Vista. Dreddy Elaine, his second trip to pay dirt. 40-yard run, and it's 13-0 Braves.
Boy, he's fast.
The Elaine train to pay dirt for a second time. And that's the whole thing about Dreddy Elaine. That's why he's important, because you can stop him, you can stop him, you can stop him, and then all of a sudden
he gets that one
he gets
run
outside and he's into the end zone, kind of like the jab setting up the haymaker in boxing. So PAT coming up. Bollender will hold for Eli Martinez. Martinez, one of the seniors honored before the game in the senior night ceremony. A big night for Ken Batdorf. A big game, obviously, against Ramona, and he respects Ken Mashinsky a lot. They were chatting before the game, and then he's also got to honor his senior class, Jeff.
Yeah, but as a coach, that's the one night of the year you don't want to have to even deal with. It's because we know Ken Batdorf. All he wants to think about is football. He doesn't want to think about filling the snack bar or any of those things. He just wants to coach the game.
Snap back, hold down, kick is up, and it's good. 14-0 in favor of Norte Vista. And we'll get another look at it. Right up the middle. They went right up the middle on the play here. Nice job. The two guys in front clearing space, Ryan Huerta and Kevin Rayo. And then once he had some space, he went to the outside, and nobody was going to beat him to that pylon. Touchdown. And we've gotten word that Poly has just scored, so they're now up on Vista Del Lago 17-10. There's the touchdown. DeMajon Allen takes it in. And here's the PAT coming up for the Bears to take a 17-10 lead. And they've come out to fight week 10 at home. Jerron Gilbert has them ready, Jeff.
Some great new first-year coaches taking care of business.
Of course, Ken Batdorf in his 30th year at Norte Vista.
Our team last year, last night, Martin Luther King got beat. A tough loss.
Maria Mesa is no joke, though.
No.
Maria Mesa is pretty good.
I think it was a 24-7 win.
I still think King ends up in D7. Maybe the top of D8. Good year, though, for Jason McMahon.
Great year for McMahon's. And really, they're going to get a lot better. They're a young team. We're going to see them for the next couple of years and do some damage.
Eli Martinez, Ken Batdorf said this to me. He made a lot of sense. He said, people forget about Eli because of Tajon and because of Dreddy, but he's a pretty fast guy himself to the 41-yard line. Short kick, brought back That's Brandon Ruiz spun down near midfield at about the 48-yard line. And that's where Ramona will start it out. They trail 14-0. Ramona started with the ball. Norte Vista will get it to start the second half. So if you're Ken Mashinsky, you're thinking about you need to matriculate that ball into the end zone, and you're playing a relatively short field. But, Jeff, the Norte Vista defense has been very good tonight.
They have been, stellar so far in this game. They haven't given up any big plays at all. As Batdorf goes over and is talking with his offense down there on the track, too much technology going on for me down there.
Lerna in motion, the misdirection, the give to Tolbert, and he is spun down, stepping up and making the play on defense for Norte Vista. Damian Iosefa, maybe a yard on the play for Tolbert. Second down.
If you're Ram High, you've got to get a first down. You have to chew up some clock. You can't give Norte Vista the football back with any time because they are that one back or one throw away from a touchdown with Henderson and Elaine.
2-by-2 on second down. Acosta looking up top.
There's a flag.
Ruiz down the field, and as Jeff mentioned, there comes the laundry, and I'm guessing this will be a first down for Ramona.
Yeah, just a little bit of hands. Was that Valenzuela here? Watch. Yeah, right there, locked arms.
Ruiz down the field.
Yeah, it's Ruiz, huh?
Coverage that's Jaden Henderson, the younger brother of Tajon Henderson, and a 15-yard mark-off against Novi will move the ball into Brave territory to the 36-yard line, 1st and 10 for Ramona. So let's see if they can capitalize on the break they got with the penalty. Clock continuing to move, under 5 minutes to play in the first half. Thanks for joining us. Week 10 action in the River Valley League. Ramona trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. The fake, and Acosta will take it himself. Acosta inside the 20. Still on his feet to the end zone and a touchdown. 36-yard touchdown run. Jeremy Acosta handling business himself. Ramona, Jeff, on the board.
He is dangerous. Like I said, you get him outside the pocket. If he has nothing, he's going to make something out of nothing, and that's what he did. He made a fine move right there. Great move.
Like shades of Michael Vick or Randall Cunningham or Steve Young. Yeah. And it's big just because of how well Norte Vista's defense has been playing now. For Acosta to go make that play, your senior QB makes the play. New kicker for Ramona is Jose Martinez. I think he's been taking over the duties for the last 2 weeks. That one is up and through. He is a lineman, and he is a soccer goalie. So here's the fake. They buy it on the fake, and then he's got all this space running down the field. Look at Aaron Diaz, the big fella, and the downfield block here by one of the wide receivers. That's Brandon Ruiz, and the touchdown by Acosta displays the ball for all to see.
Best helmet still in the area. Ram High.
So you made this point, though. Did they leave too much time on the clock now?
Still a lot of time going.
Because now Novi gets the ball to start the second half. If you're Ken Batdorf, okay, let's put the ball in the end zone and take it right back. Big sequence coming up for the defense for the Rams. 4:18 to play in the first half, 14-7. The lead for Norte Vista. 2 touchdowns for Dreddy Elaine. Jeremy Acosta just countered for Ramona. Here's Martinez kicking it away. He'll send it high and deep. Ball bounces at the 6-yard line. And then down, the ball squirts loose, but it'll be recovered by Novi. Getting to the 15. That is Jaden Henderson, Tajon's younger brother. So 1st and 10 from the 15 for Norte Vista. So if Ramona can get a stop here, they could get some advantageous field position. Easier said than done, though.
Exactly, especially when you got those weapons. I wonder if the Henderson brothers ever fight in practice or in games or yell at each other. See, I couldn't have played with my brother. We had been brawling. Could you have played with yours?
Yeah, we played several sports together.
You did?
Yeah.
Who was better?
Oh, my brother easily a better athlete.
Really?
Oh, no question. Yeah, I think I made a lot of teams so he wouldn't get ticked off. Let's put it that way. The coaches would wait until he showed up to cut me. 1st and 10 from the 15. Bolander to throw over the middle, complete. Tackled immediately, finding Eli Martinez up to about the 40-yard line. Making the tackle for Ramona was Michael Perez. So a 25-yard strike. It's a good ball thrown by Bolander.
Look at that. And using the middle of the field, something we haven't seen Ken Batdorf utilize too much this season.
Just talked about Eli Martinez, who runs a 4.6 40 and is a very good student. Ken Batdorf saying, if he wants to try to play somewhere, there'd be a lot of teams maybe give him an opportunity for those two reasons. So officially up to the 39, so a 24-yard pickup. And if nothing else, it just gives him a little more breathing room. Even if they do get stopped now, it won't be great field position for Ramona. Henderson in motion. Toss to Elaine. Elaine up the middle, runs headlong into Michael Perez, but he'll twist forward to get a couple of more yards.
I would love to see Elaine live in the weight room here in the offseason. He's still just a sophomore.
Yeah, amazing, huh? He played varsity as a freshman last year.
He was their primary back last year as a freshman.
Well, he shared time. There were a couple different guys he shared time with last year.
Guys.
Dreddy Elaine last year ran for 309 yards. He's over 1,000 this year. Easily. Bolander to throw to the outside. Here's Henderson at the 40. Little toe tap. He'll break one tackle, and he'll be stopped at about the 46-yard line, 47-yard line. So 5 more yards, close to a first down. There's Henderson, who's caught 3 balls today for 11 yards. So 5 of 8 through the air is Bolander today for 43 yards. Just enough to keep the opposing team honest. 3rd and 2. Big opportunity here for Ramona if they can get a stop. 3rd down. Henderson in motion. The toss. This is Fave Sola up for the first down.
Yeah, Sola's one of those guys that will surprise you. He'll get some big yards, but doesn't carry the ball a lot. But he is pretty darn tough to stop. He's a beast on after contact here.
It's funny. Ken Batdorf said, Fave was always a really, really good player, but this year kind of adjusted his attitude a little bit. He became like whatever you need coach guy, right? And they've used him at a number of different places. He'll play some running back. He'll play some tight end. He can play quarterback if they need him to. And then on defense, he's also very versatile. Here's the toss, right? Sola again, right up the middle, and that's worked. The middle has worked wonders for Norte Vista. He'll move to the 44-yard line. So another 11 yards and a first down. So Sola has carried the ball twice and been impressive both times. 1st and 10 to the 34, under a minute to play, and second timeout used by Ken Batdorf here from the 34-yard line. So they have some designs on scoring. 1 timeout remaining for Novi here in the first half, and so they can play the middle of the field. They have that at their disposal. You see Ken Batdorf walking out. He wants to have a conversation with the official. There's the huddle for Novi, the Braves. 8-1 on the year. They lost the opener to Capistrano Valley down in Orange County. Is Ken Batdorf there?
Yeah, Capo Valley. In fact, they're 0-2 in their league.
Yeah.
Big surprise. I mean, they
started 7-0.
Yeah.
When we saw them a couple of years ago, they came to play JW North in the playoffs. There's the Braves huddle, and there's Ken Batdorf, longtime head coach here at Norte Vista.
Hey, there's Mush came out as well. have a word with the refs.
When you coach basketball, how did you work the official?
I really didn't. I mean, I didn't have
Every
to.
coach does.
Yeah, kind of, but we ran such goofy stuff on offense. I never really had to yell at the refs too much.
Mm-hmm.
I mainly just tried to kill them and give them a heart attack, trying to keep up with my
Your pace.
my players.
Yeah.
That's how you get back at them. You just kill them.
Martinez split out to the top of the screen for Novi. 1st and 10 from the 34. Martinez comes in motion. Bollinger the toss. And here's the pass coming from Sola down the field. They got a man. Incomplete. Looking in the end zone for Martinez. Olawuyi on the coverage. 2nd down.
And that could have been a ball from Ramona.
So we talked about Fave Sola, a little bit of running back, a little bit of tight end. Also was one of the quarterbacks last year. Eludes the rush of Angel Torres and unleashes it down the field and incomplete. Good coverage by Ramona's Iniola Olawuyi. And looks like they're going to go to the half at Martin Luther King High School on Van Buren and Wood. Poly 17, Vista del Lago 10.
Wow. Bears are eating those crows, those big giant crows.
Battle of the Predators, the Ravens and the Bears.
Oh, my. I saw a lot of ravens at the Grand Canyon this summer.
2nd and 10. Bollinger's got time. Throwing deep. How about that? 1-on-1. Incomplete. Interception by Royce Mendoza, but he was out of bounds. 1-on-1. We talked about that matchup. Tajon Henderson and Royce Mendoza. 3rd down coming up. So Mendoza did pick it, but he was out of bounds. Bollinger, good time. I mean, the offensive line doing a great job all day, then puts it up high. 1-on-1 coverage, little hand fighting there. There's the pick by Mendoza, but good job by Henderson to make sure he's out of bounds. So 3rd down from the 34-yard line. 2 shots at the end zone. Dare we say 3, Jeff?
Kent Batdorf's going to throw the football. I love it. He's going to run.
Sola is the tailback. Here comes Iosefa in motion. The toss to Sola up the middle. Sola crashing in close to a 1st down. Stopped at the 25-yard line. So 9 more yards there for Fave Sola. And it'll be 4th down and 1. So Novi's going to call timeout here. Or they won't. Clock's still running.
No, I think they're going to.
I think you need to call timeout here because they're not going to call for the measurement. You can't let the clock run out here.
I think he is. Well, he did it with 3 seconds.
So maybe they're going to just kick a field goal. There you go. So 3 seconds to play, and you come out and kick the field goal. It'll be a 41-yard attempt for Eli Martinez.
He's not going to attempt this. There's no way. What do you want to bet, a burrito?
Yeah.
Let's bet a burrito.
I don't really do burritos, so let's bet a plate of nachos.
Plate of nachos. By the way, Gazal spends the night at the Stately Gorham Manor on Friday nights, and we have a game tomorrow.
Yeah.
At RCC. So on the way home, we'll have to stop and get some nachos at that place by my house.
Yeah.
So you might be buying for me.
Okay. All right. Extra jalapenos, right?
Extra. Oh, we're going to be home late. We'll just give them to Luke when he's sleeping.
Put them in the fridge, and they'll heat them in the microwave. The kids will heat them in the morning. So a 43-yard field goal attempt coming from Eli Martinez.
I wonder if this is a record for Norte Vista.
Didn't you guys have one really good kicker some years ago?
I don't know if he was very... Well, we had Frank Corral. I mean, yeah, he was good. That guy, yeah. Totally. Okay, so not a record. Okay, this is a Ken Batdorf record then.
So here we go. The field goal attempt by Eli Martinez. Swings the leg.
I think it's
distance.
Good.
Is it good? It is good. 17-7. Eli Martinez connects on a 43-yard field goal as time expires in the first half. 10-point lead for Novi. Thoughts on the first half, Jeff?
Well, it was a well-played game. Other than a couple big plays by Norte Vista, Ramona played them in check pretty well. Acosta came out of nowhere and really got them back in this game. But, wow, what a good half by both teams. Norte Vista just had a couple bigger plays.
Ramona had kind of found themselves, Jeff, in the last 2 weeks. They'd outscored their opponent 68-0, and I think a lot of that was how the offensive line had come together. That had been a point of concern for Ken Mashinsky all year, but Novi kind of disrupted the rhythm early with their defensive line and some of the play of the linebackers, and they kind of held Ramona in check. The interception helped as well, but the Rams hung in there, and this is still a close game here at the half, 17-7 Braves. It is senior night here. They will honor the band and the color guard and the cheer team here at the half, but Jeff and I are going to step aside momentarily. We'll come back for the second half here from Zach Erb Stadium. Football night in Riverside, Week 10 River Valley League matchup. Norte Vista 17, Ramona 7. Jeff and I are back after this.
The City of Riverside Public Works Department provides high-quality trash and recycling services for our customers. Our convenient curbside trash collection services help promote a clean and healthy Riverside. But what do you do when you have items too big or heavy for your can? That's where our bulky item pickup service can help. Before you call for help with your bulky items, be aware that not all items are acceptable for our free curbside service. Furniture, tree trimmings that are properly bundled and no longer than 36 inches, water heaters, and other non-hazardous materials are fine for curbside pickup. Appliances containing freons such as refrigerators, freezers, and room air conditioners may also be picked up curbside by separate appointment. Unacceptable items include hazardous waste, antifreeze, paints, filters, and tires. We also cannot pick up electronic waste such as computer monitors and televisions, or fluorescent bulbs and household batteries. Construction or demolition materials such as scrap wood, metal, concrete, doors, and drywall are also not accepted. These items may be dropped off in person for no cost at the Agua Mansa transfer station or at one of our Clean Up Riverside events. For more information and the current schedule for these drop-off events, please visit riversideca.gov/cleanupriverside or call 951-826-5311, your one-stop shop for city services. To schedule a bulky item pickup, first call your service provider for an appointment. On the day of your appointment, please make sure that your items are curbside by 5:30 a.m. You may have up to 5 items picked up at each service call. If you have an appliance containing freon, please call the Appliance Recycling Center of America at 1-800-654-2722 for your free pickup appointment. RPU customers may even qualify for a rebate. Visit riversidepublicutilities.com for information on current residential rebate programs. To find out more about the City of Riverside Trash Services or our Clean Up Riverside events, visit the Public Works website at riversideca.gov/publicworks.
The Riverside Libraries have new hours and are now open on Sundays. Now you'll have more time to explore, study, and learn about the things that matter to you the most. The new hours for Arlington, Arlanza, Marcy, La Sierra, Orange Terrace, Eastside, and Casablanca libraries are Tuesday to Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., while the Downtown Main Library is open Tuesday to Thursday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Friday to Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. To find out more information about the new hours along with events and programs at the library nearest to you, visit riversideca.gov/library.
I'm Cheech Marin, and we're inviting you to reserve your spot for the inaugural showing of Cheech Collects. So get your tickets today. We're looking for you.
Live local. Help support your favorite businesses with the Shop Riverside Community Card. With over 200 Riverside businesses giving exclusive discounts and offers to community card holders, there's something for everyone. Participating organizations sell these cards for only $15 each, with $10 going straight back to the organization itself, making the Shop Riverside Community Card a fantastic way to support your favorite local group. For more information about the Shop Riverside Community Card and to find participating businesses, please visit shopriversidenow.com. And don't forget to live local. Shop Riverside.
The City of Riverside Public Works Department provides high-quality trash and recycling services for our customers. Convenient curbside trash collection services promote a clean and healthy Riverside. To help us provide you with top-quality service, we ask you to follow a few key rules. When placing your trash containers for pickup, please observe the following. Place each container with at least 3 feet separation from each other and at least 6 feet from obstructions such as parked cars, fire hydrants, mailboxes, and trees. Your bin should be placed at the curb no later than 5:30 a.m. on your collection day with the arrow on the lid pointed toward the street to ensure your bins get emptied. If you are experiencing issues with your trash collection, or perhaps need a replacement for a damaged trash bin, please contact our customer service call center by using the 311 app or website, or by dialing 951-826-5311 to reach one of our customer service representatives. And for more information about trash services, recycling, or bulky items, visit the Public Works website at riversideca.gov/publicworks. The City of Riverside Public Works Department provides high-quality trash and recycling services for our customers. Convenient curbside trash collection services promote a clean and healthy Riverside. To help us provide you with top-quality service, we ask you to follow a few key rules. There are 3 different containers for your trash. The blue bin is for recyclables and should only be used for clean recyclable materials such as aluminum cans, cardboard, glass bottles, plastics, and styrofoam. The old brown bin, or new bin with gray lid, is for standard household trash and items not suitable for the other bins, such as animal waste, cactus, palm fronds, soil products, and other waste. The green barrel is for your grass clippings, leaves, weeds, and other plant materials, excluding palm fronds, cactus, and yucca. And please remember not to use any of the containers for heavy construction waste such as concrete. For a complete guide to sorting your trash, please visit riversideca.gov/publicworks.
Live local. Help support your favorite businesses with the Shop Riverside Community Card. With over 200 Riverside businesses giving exclusive discounts and offers to community card holders, there's something for everyone. Participating organizations sell these cards for only $15 each, with $10 going straight back to the organization itself, making the Shop Riverside Community Card a fantastic way to support your favorite local group. For more information about the Shop Riverside Community Card and to find participating businesses, please visit shopriversidenow.com. And don't forget to live local. Shop Riverside.
The Riverside City Clerk's Office's mission is to enhance community trust and promote equitable public services by providing accessible and efficient legislative support, digital services, and city records to residents, city council, city staff, and business partners. We prioritize fiscal responsibility and adapt innovative services to meet the ever-changing needs of the community. We strive to provide residents and businesses with responsive and optimal services. So what does that all mean? Our lean and high-performing team is divided among three important functions: legislative, administrative support, and resident services. Besides working as a partner with every city department, the City Clerk's Office is responsible for many public-facing duties such as our passport acceptance facility. The passport team averages over 6,000 applications processed annually, making us the most widely used and highest-performing passport facility in the region. As the keepers of the city's legislative historical record, we are the go-to office for public information requests. On average, our office fulfills over 1,600 requests a year with a 3-day average response time, much faster than the 10 days required by state law. Every 10 years after the U.S. Census, the city is required to redraw its ward boundaries to ensure equal representation, and the City Clerk's Office is an integral part of that effort. In 2022 and 23, we hosted and attended 40 community meetings to gather input from our residents on how we should reshape Riverside. Visit ReshapeRiverside.com to find out more about this process and to learn about Riverside's new ward boundaries. The City Clerk's Office is also responsible for municipal elections, as well as the onboarding and swearing in of all newly elected council members and newly appointed board and commission members. Our office processes all applications for new members and provides annual training for the city's legislative bodies. We provide staff and legislative support for 8 of the city's 18 boards and commissions. The City Clerk's Office also provides agenda processing for City Council and committees, as well as the boards and commissions that we support, averaging over 200 agendas processed per year. As the City of Riverside's filing officer, the City Clerk is responsible for processing financial disclosure forms for public officials as well as routing contracts for execution. All this work would not be possible without our dedicated team. City clerks truly are the grease that keep the wheels of municipal government turning, and our office is here to support Riverside's residents by ensuring that the decision-making process is transparent to the public, complies with federal, state, and local regulations, and is properly recorded. If you have a public records request, want to know more about the city's legislative history, or have an interest in running for public office, the Riverside City Clerks team is here for you. To find out more, please visit riversideca.gov/cityclerk.
So today we're standing here in front of the Grandmother's Mural, and this is a mural done by an artist named Denise Silva, who is a fantastic artist in our community. And we found this mural when she submitted it for another proposal. And when we, the staff saw it, we said this has to go up somewhere in Riverside.
So I was a little intimidated by the, just setting in a concept, but I thought this is something that I really wanted to do, and actually I just felt really called to submit it. I had become a grandmother, and the way the universe works, it sent this quote in my direction, and it was, "When the grandmothers from the 4 directions speak, a new time is coming." So the 4 directions are represented by the image of the 4 grandmothers: Tongva, people of the earth; Liseño, people of the west; Cahuilla, people of the desert; and Serrano, people of the pines.
When the 4 grandmothers get together, the folklore is that it's winds of change. And what we have done is, so that there is representation all throughout the community, is we have a grandmother at 4 different libraries throughout the community. And so they're all 4 different locations, but they come together here at the main library. And this main library was a big change for the community from what we had before to what we are now.
Our elders, and them being, people that have given us love, that have protected us, have given us safe spaces. I would love for the community to feel that, because that was an intention that I really put into the work. I really wanted to give our indigenous people of the area, I wanted to give them some representation. I wanted to honor them. I wanted to uplift them. They're a reflection of my own ancestors. They're a reflection of my mother and my grandmothers. And I just hope that other people, especially indigenous people and people of color, see themselves in the art, and they feel seen and they feel honored.
This was the dedication ceremony for Mogollon Village, 10 transitional living cottages that will be available for those who have recently been homeless, that are either living in a shelter or a halfway home or something along those lines, that are ready for the next step, but maybe not exactly fully ready to be 100% independent yet.
Well, this is one piece and one of a myriad of solutions that we need to address homelessness in our city. So this housing will support some of the most vulnerable people on our streets. We need more of it, and housing at all different levels of support. So we have to start somewhere, and this is a really awesome start.
The city has a dedicated case manager that will be providing the support for the residents here. And then we also partner with Riverside Housing Development Corporation, who will be the property manager. And they will be making sure that the property is well maintained and making sure everybody's adhering to their lease.
We're talking about people that will come in here probably with nothing, and so they have nothing to furnish with. So our agreement with the City Housing Authority is that we would work at furnishing these homes by leveraging Habitat's relationships with some of our local retailers. Habitat for Humanity's model is built around having volunteer work as the labor to keep the costs down for the project. Finally getting to this spot to where we are very close to having these residents move in.
It's just so beautiful. I think this has beautified the neighborhood in a way that we were expecting, but to see it come to life like this, it's just a great day.
Mulberry Village is a really important, I think, demonstration of the types of diverse housing that we need. You know, we need emergency shelter for people who need to get into a bed at night. We need stable housing to help people get in and stay long term. But we also need what we call transitional housing, which is here. I think we're going to see this as a successful model that we will be able to replicate elsewhere. The public is eager to see this type of thing. Our community wants to see the suffering on our streets stop. And this is one way, and a big way, that we can help that.
The City of Riverside is pleased to announce a new innovative downtown parking program called Parking Your Way, designed to offer more convenient, accessible, and up to 90 minutes free parking in aggregate each day. Parking Your Way will utilize a web app where patrons can select 30 minutes of free parking in a metered on-street space and/or 60 minutes free in either a public parking lot or public parking garage. Patrons can conveniently pay and extend their parking needs as well through the web app. Parking Your Way will benefit the Riverside community by enhancing the downtown parking experience, leading to improved quality of life and encouraging patrons to frequent downtown establishments. The web app can be used to select free parking options, pay for parking, and extended parking sessions right from your smartphone. To illustrate how easy the web app is to use, let's demonstrate how a patron would pay for parking in downtown Riverside once they arrive to their parking destination. First, I locate a QR code in the area I'm parking at. I use the camera on my smartphone to scan the QR code. The QR code redirects my smartphone to a web page where I can then enter in my cell phone number. Once done, click Proceed. I'm now able to see the different dates and length of time options in that area. I choose to park my car for about 1 hour and 30 minutes, and I enter in my license plate number. Once completed, I then click Continue. The web app now leads me to a payment page where I enter my credit card information. When done, click Authorize Card. The The parking session has now begun. I will receive a text message with the session info. I'm now able to see the parking session, the duration for which I have parked, and the payment that I have authorized for. If you frequent downtown Riverside, it may be best to download the web app and create an account so you don't have to enter all the information each time you park. Parking in downtown Riverside just became easier. This concludes the City of Riverside's parking web app demonstration. Thank you so much.
Are you getting ready?
Halftime here at Zachary Stadium. Gonzalo and Jeff back with you. First play from scrimmage for Novi, 65 yards for Dreddy Elaine. Came into the game with already over 1,000 yards on the season. He goes to pay dirt, his 19th touchdown on the year. Coming back the other way, Ramona trying to make a play happen and throws it down the field, picking that one off for Norte Vista. Juan Garcia, his 5th pick on the season. And then later on, here's the toss to Dreddy Elaine. He'll take it another 40 yards for a touchdown. Elaine ended the first half with 119 yards, 8 carries and 2 touchdowns. He has 20 touchdowns on the season. Jeremy Acosta helping his own cause, a 36-yard touchdown scamper for the only score in the first half for Ramona. That makes it 14-7. 78 total yards in the first half for Ramona, 64 on the ground. 36 came on that play. And then as time expires, Eli Martinez booms the 43-yard field goal to make it a 17-7 lead for Norte Vista here at the half. And so the story in the first half, outside of those Dreddy Elaine runs, Jeff, that Norte Vista defense really is locked down on Ramona. Ramona's won their last 2 games by a combined score of 68-0, and they only got 78 total yards in the first half, 14 through the air, 64 on the ground. By comparison, Norte Vista has rolled up 228 yards, 43 yards passing, 185 yards rushing. The caveat being 105 of those yards came on the 2 runs by Dreddy Elaine.
Yeah, and it's just a big play by Norte Vista that really separates this game, as they've had 2 big runs. Ramona just won. And I'll tell you what, we have yet to see Jake Valenzuela be really a factor in this ball game. That's something we might want to look into here in the second half.
Yeah, Tajon Henderson with the assignment on Valenzuela. And Tajon Henderson really hasn't been a factor in the first half. They have Royce Mendoza, meaning Ramona has Royce Mendoza matched up with Tajon Henderson here in the first half. But really came down to 2 defensive plays for Novi. The 4th down stop that set up the first run by Dreddy Elaine, and when Ramona was driving, the pick in inside the red zone by Juan Garcia, his 5th interception on the season.
Yeah, and that's really what the whole half has been. Let's see if we can continue to get some. Oh, look at it. The football guys didn't know which side they were going. Just like little kids flag football sometimes.
So Norte Vista will receive in the second half. Yeah, so Norte Vista kicked in this direction to start the game, and that, you switch sides, then you set it up again, right? The idea is the one team chooses which direction, and they want to be that direction in the fourth quarter. So now it'll be Ramona kicking off. They have a new kicker. New kicker for Ramona. New kicker, who dis? Jose Martinez, one of the linemen for Ramona, and he stepped up over the last couple of weeks, according to Ken Mashinsky. Teeing it up right there, wearing big number 55, also a soccer player, soccer goalie. Those goalies, you covered soccer now. Those goalies, man, they can boom it.
They can kick it far.
Because they're like big. They're usually one of the biggest, tallest guys in the team, and they can really kick the ball far.
I wonder if I could have ever been a goalie.
You would have been a great goalie, Jeff.
Yeah, because I was athletic as heck, but the problem is I'd have been bored out there. You got to kick it at me like every other time.
And Martinez booms it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Henderson was trying to Henderson was trying to turn it, was trying to return it, but Steve Pollard said no, it'll be a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line or 20-yard line.
I wonder if I'd be cool if I just wore like wide receiver gloves around. Just walked around. I'd catch anything. Anything, you throw me a soda, catch it. Throw me a pen, catch it. I think I'll invest in some gloves. We'll order them on Amazon, some wide receiver gloves. Or see if they're worth anything.
1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for Norte Vista. And really, Ramona's done a decent job on defense as well. It's just Dreddy Elaine making a couple of big plays. Here's the fake and the run up the middle. It'll be about a 4-yard pickup. A lot of misdirection on that play. Henderson with the carry. Tackle by Perez. So Tajon Henderson now 5 carries, 31 yards. He's also caught 3 passes for 11 yards in the first half. Thanks for joining us as part of our Pep Zone coverage. We have the Pep Rally coming up tonight. 3 games at once, Jeff.
That's a pretty impressive. No other city is doing that anywhere.
Here's the handoff up the middle. And surging forward for a first down. Looks like Costello, the fullback, will get it up to the 31-yard line. So Costello with his second carry picks up the first down. And it's old Ken Batdorf football, right?
Smash mouth child abuse offense.
To run it between the tackles. First down. Bolander with the bootleg. Bolander's got some space. Bolander up over the 45-yard line, finally shoved out of bounds. Coming over to make the tackle, Jordan Daniel. All the way up to about the 48-yard line. 17-yard pickup for Bolander.
Watch this. Bolander showing some angst. Get out of bounds. Slide, buddy. But takes a shot.
Every last bit of yardage he wanted it.
I love that kid.
Bolander started at Hillcrest and then transferred to Novi, but wouldn't like you think. There was no guarantee. I mean, he was just a sophomore coming in, and Coach Batdorf said probably the most improved player of the league in the league, largely due to his work ethic, and had a rough game against Capo Valley, but just put the work in. And we see what has happened for Norte Vista. Handoff up the middle for Iosefa. He'll get pushed back. He'll surge up to about the 49-yard line on the Ramona side, so give him 3 yards on the play. Now, we haven't seen Dreddy Elaine in a while, and I'm wondering if something is up with that in terms of an injury, Jeff.
I don't see him even on the sideline. Is he in?
I mean, we saw Sola that, you'd think they're going for a score late in that the first half, that he would have touched the ball. He did not. They had Fave Sola. And the 3 runs we've seen here, Iosefa, Costello, and Henderson kind of doing running back by committee.
Yeah, I'm looking on the sidelines. Don't see him.
If we had a sideline person, we could figure that out. We'll have to do some detective work ourselves, Cue the Columbo Robert Gorin references. And a whistle. Flags come flying in. It'll be a 5-yard mark off. Been a fairly clean game, Jeff, with regard to penalties. There was the one pass interference on Novi, and there was the Ramona player that jumped on that third down situation.
Pretty clean game.
Just the third penalty on the Braves as the clock moves. 17-7 Novi. Week 10 action. Costello shuttling into motion. Here's the give. This is Dreddy. No, excuse me. This is Henderson getting around the outside. So, yeah, that's a real mystery as Tajon Henderson crosses up to the 42-yard line and picks up the first down. So 13 yards for Henderson, and I'm curious as to what's going on with Dreddy Elaine. Nice little move outside. Good job. The senior, Jesus Nolasco, clears a little space. The big senior guard. And then combining on the hit, Jordan Daniel outside along with Bodie Miller. So Henderson now to the top of this formation. Costello is the lone setback, and they'll give it to Costello, the first man through, and he'll surge inside. He's still on his feet, inside the 35, still pushing, still driving, still surging inside the 30. No whistle as of yet. He'll get all the way down to the 26-yard line. 16-yard pickup, and Costello carried tacklers for about the last 10, Jeff.
I mean, that was a scrum, as they'd say in rugby. Look at this. He just carries them.
Ken Batdorf, he's been a big key for us in terms of the short yardage, and now they need him to do a little more. Look at that. 4 or 5 defenders with ease.
And he's stepping over guys, stepping on them.
Kind of like Chevy Chase in the 1985 Classic Fletch. Remember when he played for the Lakers?
Yes. 7'2" with the afro.
1st and 10 from the Ramona 26. Here's Dreddy. Picking his way up inside on the left side over the 20 to about the 19. 7 more yards for Dreddy Elaine. They marked it down to the 20-yard line. Third quarter, and Ken Batdorf kind of going back to the old Novi ways, Jeff, where they can basically expire a quarter running the football.
Oh, we've seen it before. I mean, didn't we have him last year? He ran an entire quarter off on one possession, I think.
Costello shuttles into motion. Toss to Elaine. Here's the reverse. Henderson fakes the pass. Henderson now to the open field. Henderson on the angle. Breaks a tackle into the end zone. Touchdown, Tajon Henderson. 19-yard jaunt to Paters. Touchdown, Norte Vista.
Man, he ran right into it.
Now that stiff arm at the end by Tajon, and a flag comes in late. Taunting penalty. So they'll assess that on the kickoff, and now they'll go for the conversion here. Martinez has already kicked a 43-yard field goal, and little more breathing room here for Novi.
Martinez kicked that earlier in the game. I'll tell you what, he had about 15 extra yards. He could have.
That was reminiscent of Frank Corral, or dare I say it, Ricardo Chavez.
Ricardo Chavez.
By the way, tomorrow we got the 2 top kickers in the state.
I'm so excited. Can't wait to meet them before the game. I want a picture with both of them.
I told Tom Kraft that. He chuckled.
Did he?
Yeah.
I'm surprised he chuckles.
Yeah, he does chuckle. Bollender puts it down. Swings the right leg, does Martinez. And the kick is good, 24-17. So Norte Vista takes it and marches it right down the field. And a little bit of razzle-dazzle here. Here's the reverse. Henderson fakes the pass and then just gets enough space. Races to the pylon. Jordan Daniels says, yeah, no thanks. We gave it the office. Another angle, look at that. There's the move right there. And then it's going to be tough at that point to bring him down. So Tajon Henderson into the end zone. His 16th touchdown on the year. 5 rushing, now 6 rushing, 10 receiving. So they'll mark it, the taunting penalty, they'll take it back to the 25. And that's where Norte Vista will kick it off. So the Braves kind of taking control of this one midway through the third quarter.
There's the TriCast.
So Vista Del Lago adds a field goal, 17-13, but Poly with the ball late in the third quarter. And then I guess they're still at the half. It was 27-21, Rancho Verde over Orange Vista.
Wow, that would be a big upset. Rancho Verde can pull it off.
Ivy League title game, right?
Yes.
Here's the kickoff, fielded about the 31. Shiner spinning at midfield. He'll dive forward to about the 49-yard line, so an 18-yard return. And 1st and 10 from the 49 for Ramona. Bastidas with the tackle for Norte Vista. There's Cody Shiner. Had a brother play. He's a twin, right?
Yes.
The Shiners are twins.
There were 2 of them playing this year. I'm not too sure if they both
It's
still
Lucas,
are.
right? Lucas is the other one. So right at midfield, 1st and 10 for Ramona. And Jake Valenzuela has really been slowed down by Henderson. Top of the screen, there's that matchup. And here's Acosta taking it right up the middle. Acosta all the way inside the 35. They'll mark him to the 35, so about 15 yards on the play. And 1st and 10. Give it 16. They mark him to the 34. 3rd carry, he's got 61 yards. Nice little move there in front of one of the officials.
He is fun to watch. Electric, that little guy.
1st and 10 for Ramona. Tolbert right up the middle. Tolbert finds some space, spins down inside the 20. Giant and Henderson combining on the tackle there.
Yeah, great move there from Tolbert.
15 yards for Sincere Tolbert. He now has 33 yards on 7 carries. They did a really good job on him in the first half. So from the 18, it's a 1st and 10 for Ramona. Valenzuela to the top of the screen matched up with Henderson. Acosta will take it himself. No such luck this time. A trio of Braves there. Right in front of there is Damon Iosefa.
Acosta getting up a little slow that time.
Iosefa earlier this year, Jeff, was the Sports Illustrated Defensive Player of the Week. That was when they played John Muir. You know, Muir had a couple of D1 prospects there on the team.
Wait, he was in Sports Illustrated?
And Iosefa stood
little
out.
Picture in there?
I don't know. It was just the SI Player of the Week. That's all I know.
Remember, you'd get that Sports Illustrated?
Faces in the crowd.
Yes.
2-yard pickup for Acosta, 2nd and 8.
I'm surprised magazines still exist.
I think it's mostly online. Acosta looking for Valenzuela one-on-one. Valenzuela up, nice play. Henderson on the coverage. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, Valenzuela yet to get that big play.
Just 3 completions for Acosta. They've done a nice job, meaning Novi, shutting down this passing game. A lot of that's been the pressure they've been able to apply to Jeremy Acosta. Now, Acosta has adjusted. He's run the ball. 4 carries, 64 yards, but the aerial attack was big for Ramona coming in. They were averaging 173 yards through the air per game. Acosta looking for the end zone. He's got a man. Out of bounds. Makes the catch, does Royce Mendoza. Now they're going to talk about it. I think he only needs to have 1 foot in. So they will say out of bounds. And how about Mendoza gutting it out with the injured hand?
Yeah, watch this. I mean, it was a great catch.
So let's see. Is he in?
Nope.
No.
Very close, though.
So 4th down coming up. They will go for the field goal.
If he was 6'4", he would have got that.
Here's Martinez. They'll attempt about a 33-yard field goal. Martinez on the year, 2 for 2 with field goals. Swings the leg. And it's up and through. So a field goal for both teams. You get a field goal, Jeff. I get a field goal. They get a field goal.
It's like Oprah.
Everybody's got a field goal. So a 33-yard field goal off the foot of Jose Martinez. And 3 points. So Hillcrest is playing Arlington now. Hillcrest, I believe, is going to be the number 2 team. They have the tiebreaker over Patriot and would have a tiebreaker over Ramona even if they lose. Novi, if they were to lose and Hillcrest were to win, they would still be first place because they have the tiebreaker over Hillcrest. I'm not big into the shared title thing. I think that's the reason we have tiebreakers in this country. Patriot has the tiebreaker over Ramona. Hillcrest has the tiebreaker over Patriot. So it looks like Novi 1, Hillcrest 2, Patriot 3 when it comes to the automatic qualifiers. Ramona would need to get in, Jeff, as an at-large team, as would Arlington if they were to win and go to 5-5.
Yeah, and La Sierra playing Patriot tonight.
No soup for you. La Sierra, at this time, we'll give you our lovely parting gifts. Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat. They'll be back next year, though. I think they did some good things over there. 24-10 after the field goal. And here comes Henderson, the other Henderson, Jiden Henderson, over the 25. And he'll wrestle forward to about the 27-yard line. Olawuyi in on the tackle along with Peter Mesa. And 1st and 10 in Novi with 3:33 to play in the third quarter. Week 10 of high school football here in Riverside, River Valley League. There's Jiden Henderson, the sophomore, getting a pat on the back there on the sideline.
And we have RCC tomorrow.
RCC and Saddleback.
Now, this
old
incredible
rivalry.
A huge rivalry.
49th meeting between the two teams. RCC has won the last 5 and 9 of the last 10, although Saddleback leads the overall series 29-19.
But what has RCC done the last 2 weeks?
They've not allowed a point in the month of October.
And scored 124
124 to nothing. 1st and 10, Novi. Here's the toss, a lane up the middle. Kind of pulled down from behind. Mesa was up there in front, and pulling him down from behind was the big fella, Gavin McGowan. McGowan missed a bunch of this year because of a broken arm. Let's throw it to Moreno Valley. The Coyotes and the Mustangs, my guy, the defensive coordinator for Rancho Verde, Ahmad Noor, trying to secure a league title in his first year. They're in the third quarter.
Are they wearing the same darn colors?
No, it's red, and it's because you're colorblind. It's like Texas against Nebraska. I guess this is a punt. Rancho Verde is punting up by 6. Back to live action here. It's 2nd and 5 for Novi. Here's the handoff. Spinning outside is Iosefa. Iosefa to the 40-yard line, and down he goes at the 40. It'll be enough for the first down. 7 yards on the carry for Damian Iosefa, his 3rd carry on the game.
I thought you had to wear like white and white and dark colors.
Mendoza the first shot at him, and then Tevin Mesa cleans it up with help from Michael Perez. 1st and 10, Novi at the 40 as we tick down near 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. 24-10. It's a 2-score game, 2-touchdown lead for Novi. 2 touchdowns from Dreddy Lane, 1 from Tajon Henderson, and those are the playmakers for Ken Batdorf. First down. Here's the throw to Henderson. Nice job on the tackle. That was Mendoza. No, excuse me. That was Angel Barrios making the tackle. Mendoza on the coverage has been mostly on the coverage for Henderson, but that time it was Barrios making the tackle, so a 1-yard pickup on the play. 4th catch for Tajon Henderson.
I'm about to talk to Ken Batdorf about his players tucking their shirts in and wearing hoods. In fact, I know they're going to watch this game afterwards. They'll all be at their Coach Batdorf's house watching this. Can you tell your guys to tuck in your shirts, please, Ken Batdorf? They look like you when you wake up out of bed.
Nearing a minute to play in the third quarter, and a flag comes in. Another delay penalty on Novi. It'll back it off 5 yards. And, I was talking to Ken. We were both talking to Coach Batdorf before the game. He's wearing a black sleeve around one of his calves. You know that?
Yeah, because he's the Mamba.
The Mamba?
He's the Mamba. He look. I said, is that Kobe Bryant or Kobe Batdorf?
2nd down. Ball back to the 35. Ballender to throw. The throw to the outside. I think it was deflected. It falls incomplete. Pressure coming up the middle for Ramona. I think that was Tavin Mesa up the middle, a sophomore. Both these teams have some young guys who I think are going to be good next year and the year after. Bolander goes to throw. He didn't got tipped. He was actually, there was contact. So third down coming up. So the Mamba.
The Mamba.
You know the real story behind that, right? Is that the initial Black Mamba was DeAnthony Thomas, who ended up playing at Oregon. He was on Snoop Dogg's Pop Warner team. And Snoop had named him the Mamba before Kobe took the Mamba. 3rd and 10 coming up. Pump fake. Bolander looking. Thrown to the near side. Complete to Tajon Henderson. The first down inside midfield of the 48-yard line of Ramona.
Now,
so a 12-yard pickup, a nice catch. That's not Henderson, actually.
That's, number 6.
Julian Reyes makes the catch. So there's the pump from Bolander looking to the near side, and nice footwork there. Flings it.
Great catch.
With the hood and all. 12-yard pickup.
I think you should put the hood over his helmet. I think that'd look cool.
So Bolander now 7 for 11 through the air. That's the first catch on the night for Reyes. 1st and 10, line is the 48 of Ramona. Toss to a lane and runs right into the hands of Angel Torres. Maybe lose a yard on the play. But yeah, and the DeAnthony Thomas, eventually I think he went by the whole enchilada from La Mirada. That was his thing, and then he went up to Oregon. And obviously Snoop's a big Laker fan. He's not going to say anything.
No, yeah, who's going to argue with the Mamba?
But now Ken Backdorf is the Mamba.
He's the Mamba.
Clock ticking down to the end of the third quarter. I think Norte Vista will be content to let it expire here as they lead by 2 touchdowns. No, they're not. They're going to run the play. So when we get done here, we'll flip it to Martin Luther King High. We'll take a look in at Poly and Vista Del Lago. Rumbling up the middle is Isaac Costello. Costello dragging tacklers yet again down to about the 37-yard line.
Costello lost his helmet or his head. I don't know if that's his head on the field, but that's a helmet.
All right, so we're gonna go to Van Buren and Wood right now. Nick Rice and J.R. Ibarra on the call for Poly and Vista Del Lago. The Bears lead 17-13.
A break here or a break there, and they've got it tonight. Blitz coming. Aguilar hit as he throws. Finds his man out of the backfield, and Henry is stuffed. 2nd and 5 coming up.
Yeah, may not be any gainer if they give him forward progress here.
To number 81, Matt Henry. Tackle number 4, Amir Stevens.
Kind of crazy down to the last 10 minutes of the season here.
Yeah. According to the CIF, these are the rules. Vista Del Lago, despite a 7-2 start to the season, their postseason berth is still not assured. Incomplete to Matthew Padilla, the junior.
Coming up.
Looks like they're playing on
Despite the offsides penalty, the Bears now face 3rd and 5 after 2 plays for nothing.
Yeah, it all comes down to select.
24-10 our score here. All kinds of playoff implications. That's why we're jumping around to all these games. We saw earlier Rancho Verde and Orange Vista, the Zomalt Bowl, the Coyotes and the Mustangs, and then obviously the Bears and the Ravens, and now we're back to the Braves and the Rams. 1st and 10 from the 37 for Novi. Elaine dancing to the right side. Brought down over the right side after about a 5-yard gain. Peter Mesa in on the tackle. Mendoza there as well. Elaine now over 130 yards with 2 touchdowns.
So you doing anything for Halloween this year?
I'm hanging out with the Gorham boys. I'm going to come
over. Come on over and hang out. I have fog machines. I have spiders all over my house. I sit there all night long and hand out candy to thousands of people.
I'll pull up the curtain a little bit. I really wanted, it was my bad, I didn't have time this week. I wanted to have the cast of the pep rally dress as Gilligan's Island.
That would have been great.
Yeah. 2nd and 6. Here's the toss. This is Henderson dancing outside. Henderson 30-25, and Jordan Daniel waiting for him there. He'll step out of bounds at about the 23-yard line. 10 more yards for Tajon Henderson. I had it all set up. I was going to get you the blue polo shirt and the skipper hat. I was going to get Pep the red shirt and the Gilligan hat. And I was going to get either Jason Sepp or Kona the white shirt to dress as the professor.
I was hoping to be Ginger.
I was going to say, we're going to get some wigs and stuff. Yeah, we need to diversify a little bit with the cast.
Ginger Grant.
Tina Louise, who's still alive, by the way.
She is?
Yeah.
She's still cute?
Still, yeah, she's probably close to 90, but she's an attractive lady, of course.
She probably is close to 90.
I think it was like 86 or 87.
Is she the only one left? She is?
I think she's the only one alive, yeah. Sadly.
No Jim Backus. Mr. Magoo.
1st and 10 from the 23.
Look at that guy. He's lost. He doesn't know where he is.
Velasco, well, to be fair, he's been playing guard all year, and then they got him playing tight end. Here's the tossed. Fave Sola wrestling forward. He'll have a first down up to the 10-yard line. 13 yards for Sola, who's having a pretty good game.
But can you call him a tight end? Because you can't throw to him. He doesn't have a legal number.
Well, no, but he's got to register. He can't. You can throw to him if he checks with the official.
Now, Ken wouldn't do that. He wouldn't register.
Rodriguez, Sanchez, Huerta, Corey, and Rayo, the front 5. And then Velasco, who'd been playing a right tackle all year, moved to tight end for this game. Gio Velasco, the junior, part of that Saturday. So this freshman group from 2021, they're all juniors now. They were part of Ken's Saturday weightlifting group. About 12 or 15 guys who were kind of the core of that group. Here's the toss. Juan Garcia slithers forward inside the 5 to about the 4. 6-yard pickup.
Yeah, I know Coach Ritchie was the Saturday workout guy. Gandalf the Gray walks around with a stick and a football in the end.
So second down from the 4. You can still get a first down.
Yeah, Coach Ritchie, one of the toughest guys I know. He's like a 5th degree Kung Fu Sansu black belt.
Second down. Dreddy still fighting into the end zone. Touchdown, Norta Vista. 3rd trip to pay dirt for Dreddy Elaine. So Elaine, trip number 3, makes it 30-10 in favor of Norta Vista, and Eli Martinez will try to make it 31. Who's a great number 31, Jeff?
Reggie Miller.
He was 31. I was going to say Ed O'Bannon. Riverside Poly, UCLA. Teammates with your buddy Kelvin Butler. Martinez swings the right leg, and it's up and through, and it's 31-10. So Norta Vista, we always make the joke. Get a look at the run by Elaine. Nice block. Look at Iosefa there kind of sealing Perez off. Allows Elaine to slip inside. Then here's the physicality, putting his shoulder down and getting across against Tevin Mesa. So Hillcrest has taken the lead on Arlington 24-14. That game being played on the spanking new stadium over there at Arlington.
I want to know the score of that Patriot-La Sierra game.
A lot of excitement tonight. 31-10 here. Norta Vista leads Ramona. Thank you for joining us. And we've been bopping around at some other games. If you have an opportunity, open up another window on your browser, because you can have the Pep Zone on one side and our game on the other. The Pep Zone covering 3 games at once. 9:08 to play here in the 4th quarter. 31-10. Norta Vista leads Ramona.
Yeah, look at that. 28-27.
So Orange Vista has taken the lead in the Zomalt ball. As much as I like doing games with Eli Martinez, I'd love to be like the red zone guy in NFL.
Yeah.
Was that Scott Hansen? Is that his name?
Yeah.
The guy who does the red zone? because it was the other guy before. I'm going to forget his name. Siciliano. Andrew Siciliano did it. If we could do like a Riverside or inland red zone, I would love to be the guy because you jump around to all the teams.
All the games.
Yeah. Eli Martinez, senior, was honored before the game today. He'll kick it away. Here's the kickoff. Bounce out of bounds. Touchdown Lions. So 24-21, Hillcrest now leads Arlington in another game affecting the River Valley League. Although I think Hillcrest pretty much has second sewn up. The kickoff went out of bounds, so the flag thrown. Either Ramona can make them re-kick it or just take the ball to 35.
I wonder if the 35-year-old man scored for Arlington today with the beard.
Adrian Mendoza?
Yeah.
The tight end.
I love that guy. Remember he scored the touchdown? He was pointing at everybody.
Yeah, that was the game that got shut down.
Yeah, that was the worst football game in the history of mankind.
The never-ending game because it didn't really end because they never ran the clock out.
No.
1st and 10 from the 35. Now we're referring to La Sierra, Arlington. I think it was week 6. Throwing over the middle is Acosta, looking down the field for Ruiz. Brandon Ruiz, the intended receiver, incomplete.
Yeah, I almost quit watching all football after that debacle.
On, don't be mean. Be nice.
No, it was terrible.
Acosta has had trouble. Good coverage down the field, and obviously the touchdowns by Henderson and Lane. And Lane has 3, but the story tonight in the first half, when the game was really in the balance, was the Norte Vista defense. Jeff, they stepped up tonight. Here's the throw. This is Valenzuela trying to get it in his hands, incomplete. And 3rd down coming up. And, that's been the difference. Elaine has 12 touches for Novi. Henderson has 12 touches. And they've not gotten the ball. There's only 2 targets to Valenzuela.
Yeah,
so Valenzuela and Tolbert, between the 2 of them, 2 targets for Valenzuela, 7 carries for Sincere Tolbert. Those were the 2 guys Ramona needed to get going. They weren't able to do so. And, and Ken Bashinsky, he was honest. He said, listen, my offensive, we play well. You see what can happen the last 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
31-0, 37-0. But you're up against a better defense here in Norte Vista. And they were okay in the first half. Second half, it's kind of been all Braves. Acosta now dancing, and down he goes.
A huge loss.
Making the sack, Davion Iosefa. So 4th down coming up, and the punt team comes out for Ramona. Ball all the way back to the 20, so a huge loss. Here's the play. Acosta looking down the field, and obviously good coverage, and then here comes the pressure. Costello kind of flushes him up the middle, and then Iosefa brings him down for the huge loss. 4th down and very long. Jeff Gorham Ghazal Hassan with you here. Riverside TV coverage of the River Valley League in Week 10. And looks like Norte Vista is going to wrap it up. Norte Vista looking for their 6th league title in 8. And I don't count 2020. Because we had that weird, 2021 spring season.
How many games did they play?
They played
year?
5.
I totally forgot.
But
about
I want to wipe
year.
that away. I'm not going to count that as we look at the TriCast here.
Poly up by 4.
So the punt, they're going to mark it at the 46-yard line of Norte Vista. So a 35-yard kick, no return. And Poly still in the lead. That clock winding down at Martin Luther King High, under 4 minutes to play. And I'll be honest, I think Jerron Gilbert's done a great job at Poly this year.
Yes.
They've shown a lot of growth and development. I thought Vista Del Lago was a seriously good team that would win the game. I'll admit it. And you know what? You give credit to Coach Gilbert and his staff. They had that team ready. Playing Week 10 at home, that's a big deal. And looks like they're going to have the W. But 4 minutes left. It's a long, long way to go. Toss to Henderson. Trying to buy some time, and he does. Can he get outside? And Peter Mesa will finally take him down. Flag comes in as well. So it looks like there's a loss there for Henderson. But let's see what the flag's all about. Our white hat today, Steve Pollard, our referee. Now, you said you didn't know any of the officials
I don't
today.
know. First time ever. I haven't known any of the officials. All I know is I want to know where you can buy just a white hat like that. Did you get that at the swap meet?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Have you ever been to the swap meet out here in California at all? You want to go with me?
I've been to a couple of swap meets.
Maybe tomorrow morning we get up early and go to the swap meet.
And that was a 15-yard mark-off against Novi all the way back to the 30-yard line.
We could buy some succulents.
Okay, let's do it.
We can go buy some cacti. Buy some birds. Last time I was at the swap meet, they were like selling birds and ferrets. I know that's illegal. It's illegal pet trading.
Bollender throwing to the outside. Incomplete. Henderson, the intended receiver.
No, it's number 6. The numbers are all goofy on that.
Can't see him.
I know.
Like John Cena can't see me. Instead, Julian Reyes. I know Iniola Olawui was on the coverage for Ramona, though. Second down. 31-10 here, Braves. Ramona had a big year last year. They had a big win against Novi in Week 9 last year. They won the league title. But getting back, not only has Ken Batdorf, if he wins today, it'll be 6 league titles in 8 years. He will have been perfect through the league 5 of those times. The one time he wasn't was that wacky 2017. When everybody was 3-2 except for Harapa Valley.
Harapa Valley got second place.
Yeah.
It's the best they did in the River Valley League ever.
Here's the handoff inside. Not much there. That was Henderson. Clock continues to move. And the difference tonight, Jeff, the playmakers for Norte Vista. 3 touchdowns, Dreddy Lane, and a touchdown for Tajon Henderson. That's been the difference. And the defense has really held Ramona in check.
One of the things you can talk about with this Norte Vista team is they've been healthy all season long for the most part. Mm-hmm. I think it's all due to their great trainer, Daisy Ramirez, who you met before the game.
Oh, what a nice lady.
Yeah, great. Best student we ever had here at Norte Vista. And she's a cutie pie, and she's a wonderful trainer and really has kept these guys healthy and injury-free for the most part.
Third down, Bollender looking down the field, looking for Henderson, incomplete double coverage. Royce Mendoza there, help over top from Michael Perez. 4th down coming up. Clock stops with 6:47 to play in the 4th quarter. Norte Vista trying to wrap up a 9-game win streak here. They lost their opener at Capo Valley. They have won 8 straight, trying to make it 9. They got a scare last week. I talked to Ken Batdorf this week. He's usually very happy, very jovial. He was ornery. He wasn't happy about the Patriot game.
No.
See, we weren't very good. We didn't play very well. We made too many mistakes. We weren't concentrating. There he is.
Ken Batdorf.
Still coaching. He's up 3 touchdowns, still coaching. Look at him being...
He's ornery right there. You see him?
Yeah.
Oh.
Here's the punt. I think this is the first punt of the night from Roman Price for Norte Vista.
I think Roman Price wants that one back. Can we redo that?
Yeah, 16-yard kick officially, and Price had come in averaging 34 yards. He had 2 punts. He had his best game last week where he averaged 44 yards on 2 kicks. In fact, had his season long with 49. And Ken Batdorf said, he was kind of a defensive player. And he came out, was punting the ball, and I saw the ball, and I said, hey, who's that guy punting? And it was Roman Price. That's how he won the job. Let's see if he can actually punt in a football situation, and it turns out he could. 90 seconds left at Van Buren and Wood. The Bears, 17. The Ravens, 13.
Wow. Huge win if Polly can hold on.
Tolbert up the middle. Tolbert surges forward close to a first down, about 9 yards on the play. Still trying to break away, but he was ruled down. 9 yards there for Sincere Tolbert. And it's interesting that in the second half here, Jeff, unofficially, Norte Vista has limited Ramona to 39 yards.
Wow.
And none through the air. It's all been on the ground. They've not been able to complete a pass here in the second half. They almost had two. We had the one catch that was out of bounds, and the one target to Valenzuela. 2nd and 10 coming up. Ball on the turf. Acosta running away from trouble. He'll duck it back inside. He still kind of uses the momentum to move forward.
He hasn't gone down yet.
And the knee hasn't been ruled down. And now they'll whistle him down. How about making something out of nothing? Ball all the way down inside the 30.
Now watch this run. He doesn't doesn't hit anything.
They're grabbing hold of him. There was Juan Garcia.
Oh, look at that.
And he kept his balance. So another 10-yard pickup for Jeremy Acosta.
Acosta's done everything he could tonight.
Here's Tolbert bouncing it outside, trying to at least, and down he'll go right around the line of scrimmage. Reyes there getting some help from the younger Iosefa, Davion. The clock continues to move, under 5 minutes to play from the 30-yard line. 3rd down coming up. Need to get to about the 27. Tolbert, 1st down. Tolbert inside the 25 to the 21. So clock moving here a little bit, kind of too little too late as Ramona trying to get things going, down 3 scores. And Tolbert, hey, you give credit. Tolbert and Valenzuela were the guys. Ken Batdorf knew it, so did his defensive coordinator, Danny Daffron, and they did a great job on both those playmakers for Ramona.
Yeah.
Tolbert again.
Yeah, Ken Batdorf gave Tajon Henderson the nod to cover Valenzuela, and he's done a pretty darn good job.
Yeah, it's a good matchup over there. And, hey, to be fair, Ramona did a good job on Henderson through the air, but those 2 big runs by Dreddy Elaine kind of gave him a little bit of breathing room. Costello making the play for Norte Vista there. So Hillcrest 24-21 leads Arlington at the end of the 3rd quarter. Acosta looking for it all. Intercepted. Henderson in the end zone is going to try to bring it out. Instead, that's Eli Martinez with the pick. Eli Martinez returns it out to the 39-yard line. Martinez capping off senior day with a big play.
That's a huge play, and the size of Martinez right there just goes right over the top. It's a jump ball here.
It goes back to something Ken Batdorf told me because, all the attention's on Tajon Henderson. He goes, hey, look, Eli Martinez, 6'1", 175, runs a 4.6. He's a good route runner and then obviously good football player here, makes a nice play on defense. So with his size and speed, you'd think somebody would give him a shot. Talked to Ken Batdorf. He did tell me among the schools looking at Tajon Henderson was UC Davis. And that'd be a great opportunity. Listen, it's FCS. It's not, you're not playing at Notre Dame or USC.
Playing a Power 5, but it's still good football. Sac State beat
Stanford. Well, how about Josh Kelly, who's transferred from Davis to UCLA? He's playing in the NFL now. Here's the give right up the middle. That's Juan Garcia up to the 41-yard line. Clock continues to run. I know he said Iosefa was getting a look at some schools were looking at him as well. It's tough, because Norte Vista isn't, they've had a number of scholarship guys here, but it's not like a big clearinghouse, not like a Bosco or a Mater Dei. But I'm sure Coach Batdorf has some relationships with some coaches that can help some of these guys.
Yeah, they're always on campus out here visiting coach and looking at guys.
Here's the give. This is Jiden Henderson, the younger brother of Tajon. He'll be close to a 1st down. He will have a 1st down. There's Henderson, and
Just had a friend of mine say he could sell me an illegal ferret or a bird if I'd like.
I used to, I remember when I lived on Melrose, there was always a swap meet at Fairfax High, right there on Fairfax and Melrose. They would have like every Saturday or every Sunday. First down. Toss to Henderson. Runs into Mesa, and then there's Barrios trying to rattle him down, and he'll get into Ramona territory, though. I think it was one of those things where, this is back in the old days, I'm walking around, and you just see what's going on. I'm like, oh, let me walk over there and see what's up, and there's this whole, kind of swap meet flea market. It was a flea market. It wasn't really a swap meet. They called it a flea market.
Yeah, you and I need to go.
At the alma mater of the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
That's right. They had a funny name before. They weren't the Red. They had a really long name that they ended up going with the Chili Peppers.
2nd and 4. Handoff to the first man through. That's Robert Gutierrez, one of the seniors, who was honored before the game in the senior ceremony. And we're under a minute to play here. 31-10. So under a minute to play at Van Buren and Wood. Poly still leading Vista del Lago 17-13. Here, ticking under 40 seconds to play. And Norte Vista seems to have this one in control, 31-10.
Okay, here's what Red Hot Chili Peppers, they were called Tony, Flo, and the Miraculously Majestic Masters of Mayhem.
Oh, okay.
That was their first name.
Handoff up the middle. I think that'll be the last play. So 31-10 will be the final here. Congratulations to Ken Batdorf and Norte Vista. Coach Batdorf wins his 6th league title in 8 years, 5th undefeated run through the River Valley League, and they will await their first-round playoff opponent next week. I'm guessing they'll probably land in Division 5, Jeff. 31-10 the final. Your final thoughts?
Well, I just think, this is the most disciplined Norte Vista team we've seen this year. And I'll tell you what, they look like they are ready for the playoffs. They have 2 big-time playmakers, a quarterback that can really kind of help you in the playoffs. I think this Norte Vista team could cause some problems for a lot of teams here come next week.
We have a final. Do you want to hear it?
Yes,
from Van
I do.
Buren and Wood? Congratulations, Jerron Gilbert and the Riverside Poly Bears. You're going to the playoffs. They knock off Vista del Lago 17-13. Great win for Poly.
Yeah, huge win for Poly. And this is the building culture over there. Poly continuing to do great things after John Rice set the foundation. Now Jerron Gilbert is taking it to the next level.
Yeah, what a great job by Coach Gilbert focusing on the defense this year. And here's Dreddy Lane. He had 3 trips to pay dirt on the evening for the Norte Vista Braves, who are also going to go to the playoffs. They'll be a league champion. Jeremy Acosta did all he could, but a great job by the Norte Vista defense, Jeff. They shut down Sincere Tolbert, and they were able to lock up Jake Valenzuela. They held Valenzuela without a catch tonight.
Yeah, they did, and he has been their playmaker all season, the last few years, and just really tough for him to play his last league game without getting that big run.
Big game for Eli Martinez, had the big field goal and the big interception later. And I give credit to Norte Vista because they just left no doubt, right? You did not want to give Ramona any confidence. They went up early 14-0 in the first half. They had the big 4th down stop and the big interception, and after that they were just kind of playing downhill. And getting that field goal at the end of the first half was huge for them because they got the ball back and drove it right down the field, and that was pretty much the ball game.
Yeah, and it was just really good football considering last week, Ken Batdorf said that they didn't play well against Patriot, but they played pretty well tonight against the defending River Valley League champion.
So Ramona's going to wait. They're 5-5, 2-3 in the River Valley League, and they're going to wait. I would guess Ramona will get in probably a Division 11 or Division 12, and then Hillcrest, I think, will also be somewhere in that realm, but we'll find all that out on Sunday morning when the CIF announces their playoff pairings. Until then, the final score tonight, Norte Vista 31, Ramona 10. For Jeff Gorham and for our entire award-winning Riverside TV crew, Ghazal Hassan here, saying so long, everybody. We'll see you at the playoffs. Sure. As we figured.